Good evening, we are back again. I'm just playing around here. My idea was to make some minimal stuff, although I'm not a minimal music producer. Maybe a nice idea to do a kind of a thing on this evening doing the live stream. I hope everybody is well, and I'm just adding a classic 909 open hi-hat to the beat. So you see here, oops, here he comes. Yeah, my microphone seems to be a normal volume again. Yes, good evening everybody. So I thought, yeah, why not do something simply from scratch? So making a beat, and then we put in the sequencers. I made the bass drum a bit more muddy, which I also showed last week, that instead of using the EQ for adjusting your electronic kick drum, which is in this case synthesis, you also could ask the start of the tuning drop. So it makes it more muddy, and I think that's okay. And you also have the option here, low curve, high curve. It's a different sound, isn't it? More like an 808. So let's keep that one. Now, so I will start today doing some, it could be nothing, but I start down with Sublime Bass 2, making a sequence there. Let's see, I put on what I did here in my sequence in Cubase. I simply play, if you see here the notes, you see that each bar it plays A2. So this tune is in A2, and each bar it triggers again the sequencer. So you already hear it running, and what I need to do now is simply figure out something which is cool. So this is the Sublime Bass. It's a sinus waveform. Not very exciting. So let's see if I put on a different waveform. Sequence B. Glide we could use. Go filter, envelope. So this sequence A, let's see how that one plays. And I could use sequence A and B together, so pattern, I go to pattern, A, B, A, B, A, B. Okay, let's start again. Oh, I don't play long enough for have a pattern, then I need to play longer notes. Oh, that's a good one. So let's take only sequence A. A bit more accent. Different velocity settings here. That's nice. So I keep this one as bass sequence, and on top of that I could do another synth. So what I do now in Cubase, so I simply making some grooves, could well be nothing special today, just like music making, you start with something and then sometimes it runs into something nice and sometimes it's totally crap. So it could be nice or it could be crap today. So I'm copy over this sequence. It does mention bit 2, but it's of course a boom bass. Okay, let's do another synth on top of that. So today, for the ones which are just joining, I'm just playing around, stacking synths. I'm making some minimal type of things. It was a bit loud. Already a good preset, by the way. But it's maybe a bit too deep. Could go 1 octave higher. Nice. But maybe a bit too much going on. Shutting off. Changing the envelope a bit. Cutting away the low end. Feedback a little bit back from the delay. Maybe reverb on this one would be cool. That would be nice. Modulation wheel is up here and it brings down the filter. So what I could do is this one, copy this one over, and simply play around with the modulation wheel. So if this would be a track, you could say record the modulation wheel, open it, and then that's the nice thing of a modulation wheel. You can really make it feel, and instead of drawing or doing this difficult editing. And then goes the back. So I'm now recording the modulation wheel over the sequence. And now on bar 41 we could do something else. And now I start the recording. So that will be nice for the for Go 2X. And then yeah, you see something playing around. The sound is loud at my home. Am I too loud? Yeah, the meter is okay. Maybe my voice is too loud. I had last time an issue with the voice. It kicked in and kicked out. I'm not sure what that was caused. The sound is loud at my home. Yeah, well, Pascal, maybe the neighbors are complaining now. So Predator we could take. So that also has a... So I took simply the basic presets, and yeah, let's do my sounds is where I have a default preset. So let's see what it is. And then now, okay, let's see. Also here we're gonna use the ARP, so it's all arpeggiators. And then combining them together, having arpeggiator for today. Okay, I'm go here for a okay. Sounds like a cow, you know, this you know the cows you had as a child, you could turn it? So now the sequence is playing. Now it's the case that I play each time one bar the sequence, which could be sometimes a little bit of a trouble. So what I also can do is hold the note for 4 bars, which means that it then can go from sequence A to sequence B, for instance. So this is what I did then now in Predator 3. It talks, it's still about, the name is still wrong. So let's see. If I click here, where is the title thing gone? Oh, I don't see the title thing anymore. But anyhow, so now it plays 4 bars. And then I can go from sequence A to sequence B with the Predator. So let's go back here and cycle in this part. Sequence A, what is cool, here you can have many options, and down here you have commands, and you can say copy sequence, which is here, copy to sequence 2, which is B is of course number 2, and then sequence B would be the same. You see, this is tuning, but it's an ugly sound. So what I can do here, take a regular saw, spread. To join A and B. Typical I'm just editing, guys. And this is also a bit bassy, and that's why we added the high pass filter in Predator 3, so I already can change here a little bit the low end. Let's see even. Okay, this is better. And I can use again modulation wheel and combination wheel. What I also can do is use the modulation wheel together with the band pass filter. Filters, high pass filter, I mean. High pass filter frequency. So now inside filter 1, modulation wheel opens the filter, but also the high pass filter, which is a bit. And of course I can use the effects inside here, only a delay or so. And a modulation wheel I also could use for delay, because the delays, the FX can be addressed by the mod matrix. So FX1 mix is the mix of the delay, and modulation wheel again I will put then on the delay, for instance, the feedback of the delay. Feedback. Oh, so that's the second sound. Not bad, isn't it? So I copy this one as well. So I'm just making some music. I will not call it minimal house because maybe minimal house is much different. So I'm just having fun, guys. So I copy this one over. Maybe I should save this. And we have then now we have this. So I started for the ones which are a little bit later. I didn't know what to do today with the session. And just of the session, I had a little technical issue, but everything went well. So I thought, yeah, well, make a beat and make some noise with the sequencers, which are inside our products. And I started with the Subboom Bass 2, Go to X, and Predator 3 is now working. So, first I had this beat. It's a traditional. I adjusted a little bit the kick drum. So I added the kick drum, so it's a bit more 808 like. 909 hi-hat, classic dance hi-hat. And then I started with Subboom Bass. Very simple, dry, no FX. So that's in the bass. And then I started adding Go to X and maybe add track and no, copy track. If you do copy track, oh no, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I put over it the oh no, the modulation wheel. And that's only Go to X. So let's play Go to X. I had a basic sequence with Go to X. And now it. And so this is the sound from Go to X. It's essentially the first preset, a little bit added, a bit changed. Sheet goes open, the filter goes back. And then the next thing we did, or I did in fact, is adding Predator 3. But I did not use the modulation wheel yet. Let's see if I can add MIDI instrument so that I can switch the track. Yeah, that would be an idea. So let's see if this works. Come on, baby, move it. Yeah. There's the modulation wheel. So go to X, modulation wheel. I don't see the track information anymore. What's that? This is the modulation wheel that controls the Go to X. Now it goes back again. Now on Predator we can do the same. Add MIDI track. Predator 3, yes. So and I could use the Predator 3 and also the modulation wheel because the modulation wheel does some cool things. So let me play it again. Okay, that's wrong, because you see the modulation here, this wheel plays ahead of everything, so then it's not correctly playing it back. So it should open now, go to X, make it muddy. Okay. Now Predator 3 is also playing. Let's see if I do something for Predator 3. Oh no, let's wait. I will do it here. So let's do it now. So you see how you can use the modulation wheel in a very creative way. So in Predator 3, I use it, the modulation wheel on the high pass filter. Inside the filter itself, it has the modulation wheel option here, so it opens. So then you add really dynamic changes to the sound. And because it's a modulation wheel, you really can feel it. So it's a bit more, like a minimal thing. So here, for instance, with what I often do with the bass drum is then make the bass drum go silent here for a bar or two. So you get this. Let me see if I did delete it. Oh no, I deleted the wrong ones. Control that. The young ones, the wrong ones, not the young ones. So, no, I mean the bass drum. Bye-bye, bass drum. So you got this. When something goes to in something else, so maybe even this. So let me see the chat room. Okay, I'm checking the chat, the live stream, the chat room. So for the ones which joined a little bit later, I'm just making noise today. So I started with a beat, went to sub-boom bass 2, created a sequence from scratch. From Go to X, I picked the first preset, did some edit. Predator 3 also from scratch a preset, and yeah, that's the fun part. I mean, you not always have to start from scratch, but it's possible. So so we have now in total drums together with sub-boom bass, Go to X, and Predator 3. And I use very often this modulation wheel. Of course, you can also draw parameters and that kind of thing. But I always like the modulation wheel because that, yeah. Oh, by the way, my other webcam is gone again. You don't see my mod wheel. Yeah, I had a little bit of a technical issues before I started the live stream. Okay, let me see. for the questions. I have a question. If I plug into the modular system and wire it wrong, can I damage the system? Not pretty easy. I have, of course, a lot of modular experience, and normally not really fast. You hurting it. It's but of course wise to keep things as they should be. But I never experienced that something was damaged because you had a wrong connection. I mean, if you put in a gate into the pitch modulation of an oscillator, yeah, then you have suddenly a huge pitch peak. But yeah, you normally have control voltages and they differ, of course. But I don't think that's easy to damage a machine. I did never succeed in that. Oh yeah, I had last week noise, but that came from a. Yeah, this one came from a submixer for my old gear, and for some reason something was open. I regular put my old machines active so that they don't dry out. So it's not good if a machine is too long a period not playing. So each week they play. Of course, I can advise you, Gerd Browns, watch my video on the playlist here on YouTube. It's in the playlist Diverse or Studio Rob about my System 2022, where I show the connections I create with this modular synthesizer. So maybe that's a good tip for you. Okay, so yeah, what's other news maybe? Yeah, we're working on making Synfax compatible with NCAS. Will be out very soon, most likely, maybe already next week. And of course, Raw 2, we're working also making it NCAS compatible. And in the meantime, I added a few more. Hey, what's this? Oh, it's a memory issue, I guess. I added the some lead sounds, some extra lead sounds. We had last week, or the week before, we had a... So I made some dirty lead sounds. Tube plug. Dirty leads. Oh, this one. It's called a bathroom. This is if you play Raw 2 in a bathroom. Ah, short and nasty. So all kind of edgy leads. I think there are 10 new ones. Am I too loud? So it's a nice guitar sound. There are two of them, very long reverb. This one is a... Oh, dirty, isn't it? This one is also. And that makes Raw 2 so cool. It's absolutely nasty. But these are sounds which sometimes are cool in your music, even if you're not into hardcore or hard style. Here, lead Chat Gang. That is the one I created. I called it Chat Gang. So that's that preset. Dirty, isn't it? So that's gonna be also out with the Encast and then some new presets. So it's a very special synthesizer. The Easy Page helps, of course. Also, if you're not deep into editing, and yeah, really, it's a synth full of features. But if you're a little bit into synthesis, you will find your way pretty easy around it. And of course, it has over 3,000 presets from diverse artists, and it's a very surprising synth because, yeah, distortion adds really a total different tone. Okay, so but I was with this nice, so let's edgy stuff. So, but we could also use raw in this whole story. Let me see if we can use raw. Maybe nice to go a little bit. Let's take the chat. It's a bit over the top. Oops. Oh, Mark. That's what we say in our local language. Oh, Mark. I speak now English, of course, but I speak a bit German. I speak Dutch and I speak Limburgs. That's my native language. And when I call my native language, the people in Amsterdam cannot understand me because it's so way off. It's a kind of mix between German, Dutch, and French. And if you mix that together, then you get my dialect, they call it. Okay, let's see what happens if I put with this preset, which we created last time as a lead sound, the Chat Gang. And I put on the arpeggiator. Let's see what happens. Could be very noisy. Oh, nothing happened. Whoa. It's not bad, isn't it? But I would then play not one single note, but let's see if we then play a melody, little melody. Oh, the rest is so soft, isn't it? Hey, that's cool. Let's see how that works. So instead of playing one long note with the arpeggiator, I did this. That one should be a bit longer, so then you get a all a bit longer. That's nice. Achterlijke gladiool. Yeah, oh, Merk. Yeah, there's somebody in the chat room understands a bit of Limburgs. Although achterlijke gladiool is a bit heerles from Heerlen. But you see, so edgy sounds sometimes fit even in minimal type of stuff. So it triggers it. So maybe this one should be off. Yeah, that could be. One octave higher, let's try that. So we could edit the sound a little bit. And it needs to build up, of course. So we start only at 8 bars. Sounds a bit, I'm not sure. Let's maybe shorter. Yeah. Oh, the one step higher. Okay, that's also. Hey, where's the sound? Okay, I did mute it by accident. Oops. Yeah, a well-known sound in studios. So that one, step 12, 1 octave higher, that was a suggestion. By the way, do you know what the most heard sound in any music studio is? Do you know that? Which sound is most heard in each music studio? I'll give you 1 minute for thinking and then I will mention it to you. Which is the most popular, most used and heard sound in a music studio. So let's see what happens now with the... Yeah, good tip. No. The most heard sound in the studio is, huh? Huh? If things don't work, you know? Huh? So that's the most heard sound. Or some might say, chips. Chips. I did delete something which I should not delete. But the most, I think MIDI studios definitely, huh? Why is it not working? So, on top of that, we maybe will do a nice pad sound. Add instrument track, and we take down our beloved Blue 3. Okay. Yeah, something like this. I mean, I'm just building it up. I mean, for the same reason. It's so I copy this over 1 minus 16. For the ones which are a little bit later, just today, fun using our using our plugins, I made a basic beat. So let's recap a little bit what I did until now. And yeah, it doesn't sound bad at all. I think it's nice. I started with a drum machine, this Punch, of course, with the original 909 hi-hat. A little and we added sub boom bass 2 for the bass. Nice bass, dry, totally dry. And then we added Go to X, which was this one. And that was the first preset, and I did a little bit of editing. I don't recall. I think in the sequence I did some editing. And then I recorded the modulation wheel, which was addressed to the filter, and I think also the filter, mainly to the filter only. So yeah, filter makes much the filter. So it was this one. And then use the filter modulation wheel to control the filter, to make it, give it a little up down. Opens. That was number 2, Go to X. And what you also can do, maybe that's a nice try, because Go to X plays essentially 4 notes. So maybe to shut that down, because it plays each bar, triggers 1 bar of the sequencer. So to shut that down, let's see how that works. Maybe it's totally crap, but you always can try. So that was the second one. And then we had Predator. Predator did this. That one was built from scratch, and also with some modulation wheel, which then opens the high-pass filter and the FX control. Let's play it solo. Okay, sometimes I need to bleep here, but you can see here in Predator 3 the modulation wheel controls the high-pass filter, the FX1 mix, which is the delay, and the FX1 feedback. And this is very basic sound. Oscillator 1 is saw with spread, and then the second oscillator is in semi-tune, so 5th tuning. It's +7 tuning. So this combines nice with this. Let's start from the beginning. Here we go, all. Now you see this Predator sound. And then we add some little raw stuff. And Blue 3. So that's what we did today. Just making some noise. Using synths, presets, scratch, and having fun. I mean, that's very often how music starts. Not by thinking too much. Just play around. If it's good, save it. And let's see, raw kicks in here, down here. This lead sound, which I changed. Oh no, that's Predator, sorry. Clicked the wrong one, raw. I think the raw is a bit too off. I think the other sounds is a bit psychedelic house. Yeah, a good pet sound. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Okay, checking the chat room. Welcome everybody who joined later. You always can watch it back, by the way. The playlist is not there anymore because live is in the YouTube in the top section. The live is a separate section you can select and watch it back. Oh yeah, Gab Browns, you missed a very nice music from Mr. Calbo or Stephen Bordeaux. I hope I don't butcher your name, Stephen. But last week we had 3 demo songs. So check out the live stream of last week, the last one of March it was. Okay, one person suggested add a track. Add instrument track, yeah, let's see. Maybe again Blue 3, why not? And a high string sound. Let me see if I can find very fast. Oops. You hear my mouse, isn't it? Band 1 octave down. Okay. Oh, it's gotta be a bit spacey music. Okay, the last one I will do for today. So everything is playing. yeah, the fun part is that the pitch bend also changes the volume. So I need to delete, because one moment it kicks in was not bad, but I don't think. So I need to delete the pitch bend. Okay, that's always something. You can open the list editor, and then you see all the pitch bend fun, and then you press delete, because the pitch bend not only changes the pitch bend but also the volume. It seems this patch I created had this influence on the volume. So let's see how it sounds now. I think the raw one does not really fit. I would delete that one. Yeah. Okay. So you see I copy also bars. Let me see if that works. Not sure. I don't use raw in this case, but I can use another one, add instrument track, because I had a very nice lead sound. Today I created a nice lead sound for raw too, which is not yet in your, in your setup. It's called, in the Edge leads, it was this one, order by date. Sorry for being loud. Let's see if I'll play a solo over it. It's not really good. I think at the end it was okay, but it's yeah, I started with the intention to make a kind of minimal house, but it went anywhere, isn't it? But it was fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. As mentioned, hopefully next week we have Synfacts also in NKS format for the Native Instruments complete control users. And then, of course, we also work on making Raw 2 NKS compatible. And we will have some new presets, just like this. Nice guitar. So thanks for watching. I saved this one. And we catch up next week, Thursday. Bye-bye, guys. Stay well and enjoy creating music.